really quick. Hi guys, it's Kat. First off, I want to apologize for the appearance. It is Tuesday. It's about 12 o'clock, and it's November 8th, 2011. It's my week 1 update for New Year Hottie challenge from Jess, and I'm just gonna make this short and sweet. I started off the week really strong. I was drinking about 100 ounces of water every day. On Wednesday, I weighed myself just to see where I was, and I saw that I had gained 2 pounds. But I thought, okay, I'm drinking a lot more water than my body's used to. I had worked out kind of hard the night before, so I thought maybe that had something to do with it. So I just figured it was that, and I figured by Sunday everything would mellow out. Well, Sunday came along and it didn't, so I was still maintained at 229. So I am a little disappointed that my first week was a gain, not a loss, but as I look back, I can kind of see where I made some mistakes, though I was much better than I have been. And I did make some changes in what I ate, but again, it could be for my body. It has to be a bigger change than that. I have a feeling for me, I'm going to have to be one of those people, and it's that has to eat pretty much the same thing every day, something somewhat consistent. So, for breakfast, it has to be one of 3 things, and that's it. For lunch, same thing. Dinner is probably the one time I make my mistakes. So I need to really, really be careful with that from now on. And if it means that I eat separately from my roommates, then that's what has to happen. Starting Thursday, I would say Wednesday or Thursday, I started to feel a little strained. I started feeling, it was almost like my pulse was amplified. It felt like a fluttering, because I would have 2 strong, and then I'd feel like a couple of beats, like really fast, and it was kind of freaking me out, and it felt weird. And I was like, okay, well, I stopped drinking caffeine, so maybe I thought maybe that had something to do with it. Or that I needed to stop drinking caffeine. So I stopped drinking caffeine, and that didn't help. And so then somebody else said, you can't, because I started getting headaches, that you can't really stop cold turkey. So then I had a cup of coffee, and that didn't work. If anything, it amplified it even more. So I just went on my week, but I didn't do any working out because I was feeling really weird. So on Sunday, it was really, really bad, and well, not really, really bad, but bad. And so I came home early on Sunday from work, and then yesterday I went to work. But sorry, my cat is licking himself and it's shaking the thing. By the end of yesterday, I was having trouble breathing. I could still speak sentences and everything like that. It wasn't like I was gasping for air, but it was a struggle, and it was a little painful. It was more uncomfortable than painful. So I said, you know what, I don't want to take any chances. I don't know if this is my heart. I'd rather just be safe than sorry. So I went to the doctor's, and it scared me at first because the nurse started to get my blood pressure on my left arm, and she tried like 3 or 4 times and couldn't get a reading. So then she tried it on my right arm, and it took 2 tries, and 2 or 3, and finally we got a reading. And she asked me at one point, she's like, do you have low blood pressure? And I said no. And she goes, do you have high blood pressure? And I said no. And she's like, So we finally got a reading, and it was 120/76. So I'm fine with that. But that doesn't mean anything. So the doctor came in, and he listened to my lungs and everything. And he said my lungs sounded fine, so he wanted to do an EKG and also this other breathing test to see. I forget what he called it. He called it some technical term, but I had to blow into something really, really hard and fast, and to see how much power I guess I had, or how much, I forget what he called it. It was a reading of some sort. That came out normal, so that was good. And then they did an EKG, and that was normal. Well, somewhat. He said that I have what's called a sinus arrhythmia, which means that it has something to do with when I breathe. which is what I was feeling. So I breathe in or breathe out, one of the two. I would feel my heartbeat like really, really fast, and then it would slow down again. So what he said pretty much was that that's exactly what happens. I have a steady heartbeat, so like a drummer hitting the bass drum, it's a steady thing. But when I breathe in or out, depending, it would be like him doing. I'm using a music analogy here. It's like the drummer doing a very slow couple of beats, and then when I breathe out, those beats speed up. So that's the only way I understood it. But it's normal. He said it's common, so it was nothing to worry about. I do have a steady heartbeat, so that was fine. It was strong, and all that jazz. So, but yeah, that would explain. And I guess because I may have a viral thing, that's what he said it could be. I guess it's just amplified. So I don't know. I've just never gotten sick this way, so it's kind of frustrating. But I'm going to focus on the water this week. I'm going to focus on tracking. Because I don't know when I'll be able to actually start working out again. I'm hoping soon. I'm hoping no later than Thursday I'll feel better and I'll be able to do it. But I'm having trouble talking and eating without, I don't know if you guys can notice it, but so there's no way, I know in my heart that trying to go work out would be silly. So I'm just going to do what I can this week on everything else, and hopefully have a loss this Sunday. So this is it for week 1. I wish it was more positive news, but at least I'm not sick, because I was going to be very, very frustrated that there was something wrong with my heart. I didn't think so, because I've walked 3.9 miles to work and I've not had a problem. But I was having a problem walking from the front desk to the back of the office, and that's not like me. That's unheard of. I shouldn't be breathing heavy just from walking from one end of the office to the other. So that scared me, but I'm okay. It's just some sort of a virus, and I'll get better and get back to work. So if anyone from work is watching, I am resting. I'm going to spend most of the day on Facebook. I'm going to be watching YouTube videos, and I'm going to be reading Lord of the Rings and hopefully finishing that by the end of the month, because I started it in February. It's a long read. Anyway, I will talk to you guys all very soon. Congrats on everybody who had a great week, and I wish everyone a great week next week. Okay, bye.